Hi everybody, this is Paul at Kentucky Tacklebox. Welcome back to the channel today. Today I want to talk about a lure I've been using recently and had some pretty good success with. I've been out lake fishing with a kayak, and I've been using these Berkeley flicker shads in a couple different sizes, the number 5 and a number 6. And this happens to be a number 5 just to kind of show you what one of the lures looks like up close. But one of the things I have run across recently while fishing is every so often I will lose a fish with this lure. And the ones that I have been catching, I'm finding more often than not, the fish are hooking in to the front treble, not the back treble. And the back treble will sometimes get caught in their gills on the side of their face. Uh, so I got to thinking about maybe why that might be happening. And what I'm coming up with is I think instead of the fish coming in from behind at the lure like this, I think it's actually coming across and just smacking the lure sideways. As the lure is swimming through the water, it's hitting it from the side. And then what's happening is the hooks are swiveling up and it's getting caught into the fish's mouth that way. And then it's flailing around with it. And sometimes the back hook will get hooked on the fish's head somewhere, around the gills or something like that. But I have on occasion lost a couple of pretty good sized bass recently with this lure as well. And so I got to thinking about it, and one of the things about the treble hook that can cause some problems when you're fishing is that the treble hook with the three prongs, if the fish hits the lure from the side and the hook pivots up this direction, now the fish has something to kind of gain some leverage on to kind of, as it's thrashing about, to kind of help pop the hook back off it. And I think that might be what's happening with these trebles with certain fish. It's not happening with all of them because I'm catching quite a few bass on this particular lure. So I got to looking around to think about what options I might have and what I might be able to do. And I know in the past, like other lures, I've switched the treble hooks out for single hooks. And specifically, like rooster tail lures, I've done that. And a lot of guys use that for trout fishing type purposes and that. So I went to the local store today, picked up a couple single hooks, and I've rigged one of these up. Now, a couple things about if you decide to go and try to hook up a couple single hooks to your crankbait, I'm just trying to match something up close to the hook size wise. Uh, this hook that I have here, if you look at the hooks there, it's the opening of the hook is similar in size to maybe a treble and a half. So the overall size between this hook and the treble hook is similar enough there. The shank on this is a bit longer, and because of where the eyelet is in the hook, I had to actually add a second split ring to make the hook orient the way I want it to. And so what I've done is I've had it oriented so that the front split ring is set up so that the front hook is facing forward. The back hook is facing up as it's traveling through the water. And I think that'll allow me to, because that way as the lure is going through, it's going to be kind of going in this direction through the water. And then as the fish, either whether the fish comes at it from the side or comes at it from the back, if it comes at it from the side, this lure should, or this hook should still swing out in the direction of the fish and allow it to hook into it. But it doesn't give it as much leverage because you don't have the other two barbs of the hook to kind of rest against the body of the lure itself. If the fish does grab the front hook, and then it's going to have a harder time getting leverage off the body of the lure to pop itself back out. So I'm going to give it a try next time I go out fishing, and I'll probably rig up a couple of these in a couple of different colors. But I just use this particular one for demonstration purposes in the video. Actually, I've been having a little better luck with these in a little darker blue colors, but I have caught a fish or two with this color as well. And this is kind of like a purple color with a little gold in it as well. And that. So, but if you're thinking about modifying a couple of your crankbait lures, it's not a bad idea to have some in your box when you're out fishing. And you may want to, do that if you can swing it, if your budget allows it, maybe get a couple in a color that you really like, that you feel comfortable with, and then rig some up with the singles and some with the trebles, and then kind of compare fishing. I think you might find that in certain instances, especially if you're targeting larger fish, you may be better off with a single hook. Now, I'm not going to guarantee that that's going to happen with every fish because, like I say, I've caught a lot of these with the treble hooks as well. But I have lost a couple of the bigger ones with the trebles, and that's where I think maybe the singles might give me a bit of an advantage. So, as always, if the lures are catching a lot of fish for you, but once in a while you're losing something, it may be telling you that a slight modification may help make the lure perform a little better. So as always, thanks for watching the channel. I appreciate, you know, everybody watching and leaving comments and stuff on the videos and that. And I hope you guys get a chance to get out on the water. The weather right now in Kentucky's been beautiful. The humidity's broken. The weather's very, very comfortable, and we're getting into the fall bite, which is some of the best fishing in Kentucky during the year. So thanks again, and we'll see you next time. Bye.